Hello FPL managers, today we've got the preview for Game Week 2. In today's video we go over some key discussion points coming into the next game week, as we have a look at some potential transfer targets, some game week topics such as what to do with Man City assets, and have a look at some knee-jerk options, as well as the all-important captaincy selection. So if you guys want to get the extra edge this FPL season, then click the top link in the description to get yourselves 65% off Fantasy Ball Fixed Premium, and also get yourselves a free strategy guide. So just before we get into the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to show support for the channel, as we're trying to hit 4K subs by Game Week 5, and also click the notification bell so you guys don't miss any future uploads. And with that being said, let's get into the video. So first of all, taking a look at some transfer targets coming into Game Week 2, these recommended in and out transfers are based on a variety of things, such as the likes of how they performed in Game Week 1 and underlying numbers. So first of all, having a look at the recommended out list, Iheanacho is there. He's already seen a price drop from 7.5 to 7.4 as he couldn't get a start for Leicester. It looks like since Leicester are running that one striker formation, then Iheanacho will be the bench option, so I do think Vardy will get him most of the minutes. Similarly, Saka is coming in at £6.5 million and couldn't get a start for Arsenal, and since there are many other good options around his price tag, I do think you could go for the likes of Benrahma or Sarr at 6 million, or even Rafinha for the same price. Moving on to Havertz, his price has already dropped to 8.4 million, as many managers are shipping him out after the first game week, as they will be bringing back the Chelsea assets in around game week 7, but for now it is a good transfer out. Mason Mount is in the same boat, as he is coming in at 7.5 million, and despite getting assists in game week 1, I don't believe he's going to be getting many more attacking returns in the future, as his assist did come from winning a free kick, which is a very low XA play. And to cap off the recommended out transfers, it is Edinson Cavani, who is currently only having one training session for Manchester United, so I wouldn't be expecting him back until Game Week 3. Moving on to the recommended in transfers, Mason Greenwood looks to be the likely starting striker for United once again for Game Week 2, and at £7.5 million for a United striker is great value. Moving on, his United attacking counterpart is Bruno Fernandes, who is coming off 20 points in Game Week 1 with 3 goals, and just looks to be great value even though he's 12.1 million. He is such a high performing player and he's such a great asset for United. Dominic Calvert-Lewin at £8 million also had a great game for Everton, as he recorded a league high 5 shots in Game Week 1, as he was getting plenty of chances. And the final two players on the recommended in list are Benrahma and Antonio, as they both linked up very well in their game against Newcastle. Benrahma provided a goal and assist compared to Antonio's 1 goal and 2 assists, and they both look like the main attacking outlets for West Ham on the counter. Also, with Benrahma coming in at such a cheap price of 6.1 million, he has already seen a price rise but still continues to be great value, which is the same to be said for Antonio up top. So now moving on to some key game week topics of discussion, beginning with the Man City assets. We all know Man City have a wonderful fixture of Norwich at home for Game Week 2, and there is definitely opportunity to target their attacking players. Riyad Mahrez already looks to be a popular option amongst Man City attackers, as he already has an 8% ownership. Coming in at £9 million in last year's campaign, he got himself 9 goals and 8 assists in just 1900 minutes. This did total for 145 FPL points, which is fairly impressive, as he also recorded an XG of 6.23. So far in this year's campaign, he's registered himself 2 points in Game Week 1, as he recorded an XG of 0.43, an XA of 0.02, 2 shots and 1 attempted assist. He did have a big chance that he put wide against the Spurs, and if he just takes this chance he could have got himself his first goal this season, but he is always looking like a nice attacking asset for City, as I would say he's one of the most nailed attackers in their team. So at £9 million he does offer a slight cheaper alternative to the likes of Heung-min Son or even his Man City teammate Kevin De Bruyne. Moving on to the second City midfielder, it is Jack Grealish. He is coming in at £1 million cheaper than Riyad Mahrez and had a very great year last season for Aston Villa, as he got himself 6 goals and 12 assists. This totaled for 135 FPL points and had a slightly lower XG than Riyad Mahrez, which was sitting at 6.19. In Grealish's first game of the season, he got himself 1 FPL point, as he had an XG of 0.22 and an XA of 0.12. He did tally the most shots out of any City player, which was 3, and also one of those was on target as well with 2 attempted assists. He is already fitting into that Man City attack, and he is creating chances for his teammates as well as taking a couple of shots himself. So for £1 million cheaper than the likes of Riyad Mahrez, I do think he could be a nice option as well if he does start. And with Gundogan's likely departure from the team with his injury, I would expect Kevin De Bruyne to be starting for this match. De Bruyne is coming at the premium price tag of £12 million and was very impressive last year considering his minutes, as he got himself 6 goals and 12 assists. This came about as he played just over 2,000 minutes last year and recorded 141 FPL points with a very high XG of around 10. Obviously, he significantly underperformed his XG, and he did look decent when he came on in Game Week 1 against the Spurs, so I am hoping for some big things from him. He is obviously such a great attacking threat for Manchester City, providing plenty of chances for his teammates, and I do think with him on the side it will boost the rest of the Man City attackers' returns. So if you are looking for that premium option in the Man City attack, you could side one of your premium options to Kevin De Bruyne if you do back him in to get a big haul, as I definitely think will be a nice short-term option for City. So with the large amount of active players coming into the brand new season, there is plenty of transfers to talk about in the Kneejerk Players. Bruno Fernandes recorded 20 points in Game Week 1 as he was very impressive for Manchester United and is currently the second most transferred in player. Overall, we would recommend that you transfer in Bruno Fernandes if you don't currently have him, as he has such good creative stats and he's the main attacking threat for United. But his midfield teammate in Paul Pogba we have identified as a transfer trap, as despite scoring 16 points in Game Week 1 with 4 assists, we don't believe he can recreate these performances. Paul Pogba only recorded 3 assists for the whole of the Premier League last season, and I don't think he's going to be playing as attacking with the return of Sancho and Martial to the team. Richarlison was the third most transferred in play after getting 11 points, and we believe this could be a nice pick as he did have some nice underlying numbers for Everton. Moving on to the most transferred out players, Harry Kane is a bad transfer out, as we believe he could be getting a start for Game Week 2, if not Game Week 3 and 4 where Spurs have nice fixtures. Obviously it's a bit of a wait and see for him whether he stays at Spurs or goes to City, but for the moment I wouldn't be transferring him after just one more week. I'll be waiting to see how he goes in the future. Moving on, Maddison was also one of the most transferred out players as he recorded 3 points. We have identified this as a neither good nor bad transfer as we are waiting on more injury news from him. He is sort of 50-50 to start the next game week of the season, so if he does play then he's a good option, but if he's injured then of course he's not a bad transfer out. And the final player is Bukayo Saka, who only recorded 1 point in Game Week 1. He did come off the bench for around 30 minutes and we believe that he will be a good transfer out, as I'm not too sure about his minutes in the future, and with Arsenal assets returning in attack I'm not sure about his starting minutes for that reason as well. Also, United did record a very low XG for that game against Brentford, and considering that there are going to be plenty of better defences than Brentford they play in the upcoming game weeks, he may not be the best option. So now having a look at the all-important decision of captaincy selection. We have identified 3 potential options that we believe could be the best captaincy options coming in for Game Week 2, starting off with Mohamed Salah. Salah is coming in at £12.5 million and is one of the more popular picks in the game with a 55.8% ownership. He is coming off 17 points in Game Week 1 as he was the second highest player in the first game week, only behind Bruno Fernandes. This came about as he got himself 1 goal and 2 assists as he was very impressive for Liverpool, recording a 0.2 XG and a 0.88 expected assists. This expected assist figure did rank top amongst all players for Game Week 1, and he also registered 5 shots and 2 shots on target as well. This was also accompanied by 4 attempted assists, which did rank top for that match, as he is creating plenty of chances for his teammates. Moving on to the second captaincy option, it is Bruno Fernandes. He is another one that could rival Salah for the captaincy armband, as this week he faces Southampton away. Fernandes was the top scoring player in Game Week 1 as he got himself 3 goals, recording 20 FPL points. His underlying numbers were also very good for that match as he had a 0.75 XG and a 0.1 expected assists, as he recorded a game high 4 shots, 3 shots on target and 3 attempted assists as well. Fernandes has got some very central positioning in that Manchester United attack and is providing plenty of chances for his teammates as well as getting some nice chances as well. United are coming off 5 goals in Game Week 1 and look to be a very strong attacking outfit, and after putting 9 goals past Southampton last time they played them, I'm not saying they're going to recreate these numbers, but they do tend to score plenty of goals. And moving on to the third and final captaincy option is the Man City asset in Riyad Mahrez. Mahrez is coming in at £9 million and looks to be one of the most nailed options in the Man City attack, especially for the short term. He only got himself 2 points in Game Week 1 against the Spurs, but did have a very high XG of 0.43. This came about as he did have a shot from around the penalty spot, but he slipped over and put it wide, but I do think on another day he will be taking this chance. He also had an XA of 0.02 as he had 2 shots and 1 attempted assist. So if you are looking to target this incredible fixture for Manchester City as they face Norwich at home, then I do think Riyad Mahrez could be one of the better attacking assets to go for. So that's what we've got for today for the FPL Game Week 2 preview. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a like and subscribe to show support for the channel as we're trying to hit 4K subs by Game Week 5. Also, click that notification bell so you guys don't miss any future uploads, and leave a comment of what you guys thought of this video and do you have any questions for the upcoming game week. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one.